Hey everybody, it's Traci from Downward Dog Rising. I'm here to give you a yoga workout. So let's work on our flexibility, meaning yoga splits. So we'll do our half split and then we can attempt our full split. So let's try our yoga splits and then I'm just going to get you warmed up before we start. All right, so if you want to work on your splits, because it'll do hip joint, front of thigh, back of thigh, even inner thigh, hamstrings, then join me. Okay, let's start. I want you to come to your all four position. And then basically I want you to find your neutral spine. So let's do several cat-cows. Press shoulder blades wide apart. Inhale, lengthen head away from tailbone. Exhale, press palms into mat. Maybe you'll curl the toes under to put some weight in the toes if it bothers your knees. To have all the weight in the knees, so you just round your low back, drop your chin. Inhale as you stretch spine long, two more. Exhale, scoop core tight. Inhale one more time. You're going to exhale and then lengthen head away from tailbone. Awesome. Okay, we're going to do some opposition arm leg raises next. We're going to strengthen our core and also stabilize our shoulder blades down into our back. You want to feel like there's space in between the two of them. So it's just the bottom tips. They wing out and anchor down. We never want to squeeze them together because that'll just make more compression and it won't feel good. So we're going to do opposite arm and leg. So you're going to go ahead, stretch your arm, stretch out your leg. Hold for 10 and 9, 8, 7, and 6, 5. Just stay stable. 4 and 3 and 2. Last one. Come on in. Switch sides. Hold for 10 and 9. Hips are squared. 8 and 7 and 6, 5. Core is strong. 4 more and 3 and 2. Switch again. One more time. Do it again. 10 and 9. Use your core. 8 and 7 and 6, 5, 4. Tighten core. 3, 2, and switch. Really feel core. Draw into low back. Shoulder blades down your back. Inhale. Exhale. 10, 9, and 8. Core is strong. 7, 6. Squeeze that glute. 5 and 4. And 3 and 2. All right, let's do one more set. Come in and switch. Lengthen head away from tailbone. Scoop in tight for 10 and 9 and 8, 7 and 6, 5 and 4 and 3 and 2. All right, let's switch it. Hold for 10. Scoop in tight. 9 and 8. 7, core is strong. 6 and 5 and 4 and 3. 2 more. Last one. Excellent. Now, curl the toes under. And then what I want you to do here, I'm going to ask you to go into a plank. So your legs go straight out like this. And then just let your tailbone stretch behind you. Hold for 10. 9, tighten your core. 8, 7, 6, tighten core. 5, 4, tailbone long. 3, 2 more. And then gently come in. Now rock back. Press into your heels. Stretch your torso forward through the arms. Feel your arm bones externally rotate into the shoulder sockets. So we want that external rotation. And you're just going to look at your knees, relax oppositional energy. So it's like you're pulling your body apart. Inhale, exhale. And then inhale, exhale. Pull apart. Feel those hamstrings lengthening. No worries if the heels don't want to come down just yet. And then inhale, exhale. One more time. Feel those sits bones pull to the backs of your upper thighs. Inhale. And then exhale. Now from here, what I want you to do You're going to start to draw your chin down, lift up your heels, travel through your spine, and come back into your plank. Hold it here for 10 and 9, 8, tailbone long, 7, front ribs meet back ribs, 6 and 5 and 4 and 3, 2 more, last one. Now you're just gonna bend those knees. Now you're gonna sit back again, hips over your heels, sit back, hips over your heels, and then you're gonna slowly extend those legs and just really start to pull apart again into your downward dog. So you're gonna feel how the backs of those thighs stretch. You're gonna feel the sits bones pulling towards the backs of those thighs. Neck is long, you're gonna look towards your knees. Space along sides and neck, shoulders down and back. Inhale, exhale, and then you're just gonna walk the dog now. One heel up and one heel down. One heel up, one heel down. And 6. Feel how your abdominals are scooping deeply into your back. And 5. And 4. And 3. Just walk it out. Toe, ball, heel. And 2. Last one. Excellent. And then one more time. You're going to go ahead, take your chin down, scoop in, and just make your way through the spine. Come back into your plank. Then from here, come all the way into a little rest pose. So I'm just going to have you take your hands to the sky. Relax your forehead for a moment. You just want to feel like you're getting a nice stretch to open up your back, your middle low back as you reach those arms back behind you. Inhale, and then exhale. You inhale, and then exhale. So you're just stretching those arms long behind you. You inhale, and then you exhale. Feel how the sides of your neck lengthen, shoulders down, away from ears. One more deep inhale, and exhale, softly release. Excellent. Walk your hands under the shoulders. Slowly, you're going to lengthen head away from tailbone. Come on up. Now, this next thing that I want you to do, I want you to think of, I want to start to get into your hips little by little. We're going to do our low lunge. Walk your right foot in between your two hands, all right? And then I'm going to have you come forward into your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Make sure you have this line so that your knee isn't going over the front of your toes. And then you're just going to come up. I'm going to slide back some more so you can see. Just sliding back a little bit more. And then what happens, you're going to come forward. Feel how you get a deep stretch in the front of this hip. And then I'm just going to have you float your arms over your head. Inhale, exhale, float those arms overhead. Inhale, exhale, that front knee is above the ankle. Inhale, exhale. One more time, breathing in, breathing out. Excellent. Now we're going to come down. And I want you to extend one leg straight and then bend this other leg. Bring it straight in this way. We're going to get into your hamstring a little bit now and the side of your hip. So I want you to just take a deep inhale, reach arms to sky. Inhale. And then we're just going to slowly lengthen, 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 hip hinge. So you have bottom of foot into groin. Then you're going to reach forward, grab a hold of this foot here. Maybe you reach to the shin, the ankle, your toes, whatever feels right for you right now. So you're just going to inhale and then exhale. Just going to get the side of your hip to release. Breathing in and breathing out. We have our half butterfly and our forward bend. Just kind of really stretch, really lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel how your low back pulls apart. All right, stretch top of head away from tailbone. Keep your weight down into your left sits bone. And what I want you to do next is swing this right leg behind you. Slowly, you're gonna lift up, and then I'm gonna have you just extend your legs straight for a second, and then you're gonna realign your pelvis so that you go into a swan where your front knee is bent. You're gonna square your hips straight in front of you, because I wanna get into this front of the hip now. Top of foot rests on the mat, kneecap faces down. And I want you to just stay here for a moment. Your hips are squared. And just take a deep inhale, lengthen your hips, face straight ahead. Make sure that ankle behind you is straight. And you're just breathing in, breathing out. Feel that deep stretch here in the front of that hip into that psoas. And that lateral glute on the other side. Inhale. And then exhale. Breathing in and breathing out. I just want to really get you into this hip right there. Inhale and exhale. Maybe you'll come to your forearms if that feels comfortable to you. Take a few deep inhales to center of spine. Coming into our pigeon, swan. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale. And slowly, I want you to walk hands under the shoulders, curl the toes under your back foot, and then you're going to lift that back knee off your mat. And then I want you to go ahead back into a down dog and just really stretch apart. Get those hamstrings to stretch behind you. Feel these arm bones externally rotating deeper into your shoulder sockets. Just really pull your body, oppositional energy. 2 directions. Inhale, exhale. Maybe press those heels a little deeper towards mat now. Feel that low back pull apart. You're just going to look at the knees. Inhale, and then exhale. And inhale, exhale. Feel that back open up, pull apart. And one more time. Inhale, and then exhale. Wonderful. We're going to switch. Walk your left foot in between the 2 hands. So we're going to switch. Walk the left foot in between the 2 hands, because I want you to come into your low lunge, your Anjaneyasana on this side. We want to stretch this hip. You're going to elevate the arms. Breathe in. And then exhale. And inhale. Just really stretch apart. Exhale. And inhale. Go a little deeper into this hip and exhale. 2 more. Breathing in and breathing out. Wonderful. One more time. Breathe in and exhale. All right. Bring arms down. Gently, we're going to shift our weight back. And this leg doesn't bend back that way. So let me adjust real quick. There we go. So now this leg is straight. We take the opposite bottom of our foot, bring it towards inner thigh, groin, and then it's like you're doing half a butterfly. Then this leg is straight out, and then I want you to just take a deep inhale, reach arms to sky, lengthen up. Now you're going to hip hinge over this leg, reach for the shin, the ankle, wherever you can grab, and then lengthen. Hinge forward and breathe. Excellent. Get those hamstrings to lengthen. You're inhaling and exhaling. Pull your breastbone over the front of your thigh. Inhale and then exhale. Pull breastbone over front of thigh. Breathing in, breathing out. Go a little deeper if you can. Keep that spine lengthening. Inhale, exhale. Good. One more deep inhale here. Exhale gently. Awesome. Slowly rising up. You're going to keep this right glute on the mat. Now what I want you to do, you're going to go ahead and extend this left leg all the way back behind you. Curl the toes under. Press into your palms. And I want you to extend both legs for a second. We're just going to get our hips facing forward. Bend this leg in. And then we're going to do our pigeon on this side. So you're going to stretch up our swan. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. You want to feel how it opens up the front of this hip this time. Inhale. Your knee and your ankle should be in alignment, straight back behind you on the mat. This right hip pulls back, this left hip pulls forward to keep your hips squared straight in front of you. So we'll just sit tall. Inhale and exhale, getting this little deeper stretch here into that psoas. Breathing in, breathing out. Just settle in. If this feels good to you, you want to go a little deeper. Come on down to your forearms. Feel how it starts to loosen up your low back a little bit more. You're breathing in, breathing out. Tailbone stretches long. Create that elongation in your low back, lumbar spine so you don't feel any spinal compression down there. It's like your tailbone stretches away from you. Create that elongation. Pull apart. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale here. And exhale gently. I'm going to ask you to extend the arms long. Okay, next, what I want for you to do, instead, we did a downward dog on the other side. We'll go ahead and repeat just to keep it uniform. You're going to take this foot, lift up your knee, and then go gently into that downward dog. Pull apart for a moment. And just really settle into it. Press palms away from you, armpits to palms. Make sure your sits bones feel even, your hips feel level and even. Really feel the traveling energy through the backs of those thighs, the calves, into your heels, right through the bottoms of your feet, into the toes, right up back the spine, the front of the thighs, all the way back through the spine, lengthen apart. One more deep inhale here. And exhale, gently fold the knees in. Next, I'm going to ask you to bring the soles of each foot together. Here comes your butterfly stretch. So you're just bringing the soles of your feet together. Maybe you rotate the bottoms of the feet upwards a little just to get a little more external rotation of your femur bone into that acetabulum. That thigh bone goes deeper down into your hip socket. And we just sit tall and breathe. Breathing in and breathing out. And inhale and then exhale. Feel those inner thighs twist out. Breathing in and then breathing out. Excellent. Inhale and exhale. Are you equally weighted across each half of your pelvis? Make sure it feels like you're not leaning. So your shoulders are just straight in line right above your two hip bones. Breathing in, breathing out. Feel those hips release, that crease right in the front of the hips. And inhale, exhale. One more deep inhale here. And exhale, softly release. Excellent. Bring your knees together. And then maybe just do a tiny windshield wiper side to side. All right. Okay, next, what I want you to do, we're going to go ahead, come on to all fours again. And then I'm going to ask you to walk your left foot through the two hands. So the left foot goes between the two hands. And then I want you to rock forward. And then you're lifting your heart, getting a deep stretch. Your knee is above the ankle. Get a deep stretch, lengthen. And now we're going to rock back. Oh boy, that's where the knee starts to act up. Listen to your body. I need more cushion, sorry, but that's what I keep busting open the same knee. Okay, let's shift our weight back. Make sure you pull this hip back. Keep the hips aligned. Your breastbone lengthens over the leg. You could flex this foot. And you just breathe in and breathe out. So we're going into our half split, our Ardha or Ardha Hanumanasana. Half split, your hips square straight in front. It's important that we keep our hips square. Imagine the numbers of a clock. Your two hip bones would be 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. And again, let's go ahead and go forward into our low lunge, our Anjaneyasana. Lift your heart. Inhale and exhale. And then we're going to shift our weight back again into that Ardha Hanuma. Pull this left hip back. This right hip comes forward. And we're just hip hinging over the front of our thigh. So feel as if like you're hinging over that leg. Lengthen your breastbone. Inhale. And then exhale. Flex your foot. Inhale. And then exhale. Excellent. One more deep inhale. Slowly, one last time, I want you to come into your low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Float those arms up. Inhale. Exhale. And breathing in. And then exhale. The arms come down. Shift the weight back. So you're just dropping towards. This hip falls back, right hip comes forward. Keep your alignment, flex this foot, stretch breastbone, hip hinge, and come forward over that leg. Reach, inhale, exhale, breathing in, exhale, breathing in, exhale. One more time. Now from here, you could go back and forth several times, shifting your weight forward and back. If you're not quite ready to go into your full split, then stay here in your Ardha Hanuma, and you could also bring your yoga blanket under your pelvis. I'll show you since I have one, but I want it, let me see, I want it under my knee. You could put the yoga blanket under your pelvis where there's a space between you and the floor, and it'll spot you that way. So then we shift our weight forward, and then we shift our weight back. And then I want you to be able to slowly start to elongate and stretch your front leg forward as you start to elongate and stretch this back leg away from you. So we're just going to gently keep our hips squared, elevate your heart, your back knee faces the mat, your ankle is straight, aligned with your knee, that's important, and just stay here and breathe. I'm not able to sit fully without feeling like I'm overstretching, so I am putting some of the weight down into my palms. I might be able to do one side a little bit at a time. In Kung Fu, we'd have to go one arm up, and then eventually we'd have to lift both arms up for our Divine Monkey, our full split. Inhale, exhale, breathe in, breathe out. And this is enough for me. If you're already here and this feels good to you, you want to go deeper, you can hinge forward over the front of the thigh, start to lower down. But I'm feeling this plenty, so I'm going to stick where I'm at. You would come down like this. That's just too much for me to hold right now. So if you wanted to make it deeper, you could come down to your forearms if you wanted. But that's just feeling a bit intense for me, so I'm coming up. But I am noticing that less weight in the hands. Stretching up. Oh, I don't think I can do it just yet with both arms up. Maybe. Woo! That's a little too intense, so I come back out. Pay attention to your body. This is very individualized to each person. We're all unique where we feel it. Breathing in, breathing out. One more deep inhale. And softly, gently, what I want you to do is press into your palms. Start to bring this leg in. And then I'm going to ask you to take a second. Now, take your heels together. And then your toes are together. Your heels are apart, I should say. And then what I want you to do, we're going to stretch, get deep into this hip right here, hip joint, hip socket, and just slowly stretch through the legs and come all the way to the mat for a moment and just breathe. Inhale, exhale. You could stay here for a few breaths just to release your spine. Going deep into the hips. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Get that lower back to open up. Exhale. Excellent. One more time. Breathing in. And then exhale. Excellent. Now slowly walk in. And then we're going to turn. And we're going to come straight to the mat. Curl down, lower down. And then what I want you to do here, I'm going to move this for 2 seconds. All right. We're going to have our feet on the mat. And then I want you to feel your chest is open. And then I want you to just really stretch your tailbone away from you, because you want to feel how your ribs knit down together in front. The front ribs meet the back ribs. Your tailbone reaches long, so we stay integrated. Our ribs are integrated. Front ribs meet back ribs. That way we don't overly arch our spine and compress our low back like at lumbar 4 and 5. We don't want to do that. Really stretch that tailbone far away. Feel how it's nice and open through the front of the hip joint here. Those ribs pull down together. We're just going to do a couple more just to really feel that nice release. No weight in the neck. Chest is wide open. And then gently come back to the mat. And then again, press into all 4 corners of your feet. Feel the openness here through the hip sockets. Your glutes are engaged. And then gently come in. We just have one more of these. Chest is wide open. The front ribs meet the back ribs. Really feel width, like you're standing across your shoulder girdle. Tailbone stretches far away. Create that length. Front ribs meet back ribs. Spine is neutral without arching the back, overarching. And then you carefully bring hips to mat. Reach under the knees. Just hug in for a second. Release your back. Inhale, exhale. We're going to nod our chin, inhale, and then core tightens in as you peel up. And then we're going to do this on the other leg. So I'm going to bring my my yoga blanket. And then I think I'm healed. And then when I put the weight on the knee, then I'm like, oh, I need a prop. Nothing wrong with using props. That's what they're there for. They help us achieve what we need to achieve. Okay, so then we're going to take our right foot this time, and you could be on the top of your foot this way. You'll notice in a lot of things that I do that I curl my toes like this, and even in like a downward dog, like eventually you want to be able to push onto the tops of the feet And I've been a runner my whole life, so it's very sensitive. It's hard for me to do that actually. So now what I want you to do, take a step between the hands with your right foot, and then, yay, let's see. My other knee doesn't bother me, so I'm gonna move that for now. So we're gonna go forward. We're gonna do our low lunge again. And you wanna feel like the right hip pulls back, the left hip comes forward. We'll do several of these, forward and back again. Breathing in, breathing out. You wanna feel how this hip opens up. Inhale, exhale. Now we're gonna shift the weight back. So this right hip pulls back, left hip is forward, breastbone reaches long over the front of your leg. You inhale and you exhale. You can even flex the foot. You inhale, you exhale. You inhale, you exhale. You inhale, you exhale. Excellent. Again, we're gonna rock forward. We're gonna slowly lengthen up. Inhale, exhale. I'm a little more wobbly on one side, I notice. Exhale, breathing in. Exhale. My ankle's wobbly and this is the knee that I hurt. Exhale. Breathing in, breathing out. Gently shift your weight back from Anjaneyasana. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Pull this right hip back. Make sure left hip is squared straight ahead. We'll lengthen, lengthen, lengthen over the front of that thigh. Stretch breastbone forward over front of thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Feel those hamstrings lengthening. You inhale and then you exhale. You inhale and then you exhale. One more time. And then let's do our low lunge again. Stretch up, up, up. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Take a deep inhale as I almost fall. Whoop, but it's okay. The floor is right there. The mat's there. I'm not worried. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Deep inhale. Exhale. Gently shift your weight back. Think of that tailbone lengthening. Flex your foot. And then you're keeping your hips straight. And then you're just stretching over the front of that thigh. Keep lengthening your spine. Hips are straight. Inhale. Exhale. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Really feel how core draws in to help support your back. Head away from tailbone. Pull your heart through the arms. And inhale. And then exhale. And inhale. And then exhale. Wonderful. Go a little deeper if you can. And inhale. And exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Spine long. One more time. Deep inhale. And softly exhale. All right. Now you can either stay in your half split if you feel ready and want to try a full split. Here's how you could have a spot. You would take it under your pelvis, like a blanket, even a yoga block. We shift our weight forward and back several times, making sure we can maintain our hips squared. So our pelvis is stabilized, it's facing straight ahead. We have our alignment. And then when you're ready, go ahead and lift the back leg up and you're gonna start to slide the front leg out. That back knee faces down to the mat. This is how you use a prop, like you put it under the space and you bring the floor up to you. You inhale and then you exhale. So your hips are just facing straight ahead. You inhale and then you exhale. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. As I settle in, I might be able to remove my prop. I'm gonna see in a second. My hips are squared. And then we just keep our alignment. And I always have to press into my palms a little bit, so some of my weight's in my upper body. This is my tighter leg. I think in order to stay down, I'll probably go sideways. Inhale, exhale. Trying to maintain straight alignment. It's important. This back knee and ankle are aligned too. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to bring my prop under my pelvis just for a little support. There, that feels much better. And then I could do that because I have a support. Inhale, and then exhale. We had to do that in Kung Fu, then we had to lift both arms. That's your Divine Monkey. And then this will give you a really deep psoas stretch in the front of this hip. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. If you wanted to go deeper, you can come forward over the leg. You'll feel those hamstrings really stretching. Inhale, exhale. Let me see if I can. That helped a little bit more. Yep. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Go with it. Listen to your body. One more deep inhale. Now softly push into your palms. You're going to lift this leg through. And then we're going to come through. And then what I want you to do is just take a second. Curl both toes under. Balls of feet. And I want you to just come up for a moment. And I want you to just sit on the balls of your feet. We've got our toes, the phalange bones, and the bones right under the metatarsals, the ball of our foot. Just kind of hang out there for a second. Inhale, exhale. Woo! Inhale, exhale. Awesome. All right. Next, what I want to do is do something for your hip so we can go into our straddle. And I'm not going to do a frog. I'm not able to with both knees at the same time, so I'm going to show you half frog. I'll show you half a frog. I'm going to bring this under my knee that's affected. And then for half a frog, you take, like frog has both legs go out, but mine's not going to do it, so I'm going to show you half a frog. So this leg is straight. My hip bones are down on the mat. This, I align my hip and my knee, and then you come down onto the mat, and you can have a prop under your knee like I'm doing if you need extra support. If it doesn't bother your knee to have it down all the way on the ground, then you don't have to use something. It's up to you. See what you think. You might move over on your mat so your knee is on the mat. And then just gently rest your forehead on a block, or maybe rest your forehead on the backs of your hands. And we're just getting it deep into that hip joint. And then this is going to help us when we do our straddle. So we're just aligning the hip, the knee, breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to flex this foot. Think of your tailbone stretching long to really decompress your low back area. We want to feel like we're decompressing our hips, our spine. Inhale and exhale. Decompress. Breathing in, breathing out. All right. Slowly, I'm going to ask you to take that leg straight back, and I'll show you what's going on. And then I want you to roll your shoulders down back away from the ears. Go ahead and curl the toes under. And then I'm going to have you push into your hands. And I want you to rise up, lift the front of your thighs off the mat. And then I just want you to elevate your heart, do a little upward dog. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm going to try my feet. I'm going to go this way. Lengthen up, pull your heart through the arms. Inhale, exhale. One more time. It's like you're actively working the front of those thighs. And gently drop into the mat. All right, since I use this on one side, I'm going to use it on the other. Let's see. So now we're going to extend this leg straight against the mat. So we're just going to slide all the way down. Now we're going to bend this leg to the side. We want to have our knee and our hip joint aligned. And then our hips are square to the mat once again. So you're making that alignment. Flex your foot. And then we're going to gently rest our forehead on the backs of our hands. So we'll do our half a frog on this side. I want you to stretch tailbone long out of your center, lengthening, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, tailbone long. One more deep inhale. Feel that hip release. Softly exhale, release. Gently, what I want you to do now, extend that leg long. One more time. You're going to curl the toes under, open your heart, roll those shoulders back. Then you're going to press into your palms. Come right up into your upward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Feel those core muscles draw in. Chest opens wide. Collarbones wide. Space along sides of neck. Inhale. Exhale. And gently come in. We're going to walk our feet through like this. And then just do a little windshield wiper. Release your hips. Just roll it side to side. All right. So our last one is going to be our straddle. So go ahead, extend one leg to the side. We're going to extend the other leg to the side. Maybe shake out those knees for a second. All right. And then from here, what I want you to do, make sure that your knees face up and that your hips are under the shoulders. And you're just lengthening up, 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 up. And I'm going to bring this in front just in case I want to use it. So you want to feel how you can push out through the bottoms of your feet, like the arch right there. Energetically push outward, really extend. Feel the front of those thighs engage, lifting off the knees as you push through the bottoms of each foot. Sit tall. Feel how front ribs meet back ribs, so your ribs are right over your pelvis, your hips. So you just want to feel equally balanced. Inhale and exhale. Send the energy through the bottoms of your feet. Inhale, exhale. You're going to feel, when you flex your feet, you're going to start to feel a little bit more energetic release here in the hips. Maybe you'll stay here. Just reach arms to sky. Maybe you'll stay right here. Just lengthening up so you sink down into those sits bones. You'll feel the hips open. Now if you want to go deeper, maybe you'll use a yoga blanket or a block and hinge towards your forearms and just stay here and breathe. Just a few deep inhales, exhale, stay here and breathe. Awesome. If you can go a little deeper, go a little deeper. Inhale and exhale, breathe. Breathing in, breathing out. Pull your heart forward, inhale and exhale. Stretch that spine, feel those hips release. Breathing in, breathing out. Soften. Maybe you'll ankle reach sideways a little bit. Stretch, flex your feet. Inhale, exhale. And inhale, exhale. Let's try one more deep inhale here. And exhale, gently bring hands in, rising up, lengthen head away from tailbone, bring legs together, shake out those knees. All right, you did it. Maybe do another little windshield wiper, release those hips. Woo, my feet are tight. They make crunchy noises when I roll on the edges of them. I gotta stretch them. So next, I'm gonna have you draw core tight to back, roll down to your mat, and just hug your knees. Maybe reach under the knees, just hug in tight for a second. And if it's within your practice, maybe you can rock side to side across your low back. Excellent. Release. And then I just want you to do a little twist. Palms to sky. I want you to crisscross one leg over the other. And gently just sort of just slide over on the mat a little tiny bit. Keep your shoulders down and back. And just do this little twist to the side. Caution if you have any back issues. Breathing in, breathing out. Soften into the mat. Feel chest open. Let's just decompress. Spine. Breathe into these ribs. Let your ribs stretch all the way apart. Open up that side. Inhale, exhale. And one more time. Inhale, exhale. Gently return. Uncross. We're going to slide over a little bit to the other side of our mat. Keep cactusing your arms. Chest is open. Take that other leg. Cross it over. Keep this right shoulder blade against the mat. We're going to start to twist to the other side. Wherever it's comfortable, keep your shoulder down. Let your shoulder blade melt down. And you want to make sure it feels like you can keep the shoulders down so you don't over twist. You inhale, keep chest open, exhale. Breathe into these ribs. You inhale, and then you exhale. Soften into it one more time. Deep inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Slowly, you're going to come back to the center of your mat. And then go ahead, extend the legs out long. And just let your knees splay out. Let your legs extend. Be comfortable. We're just going to absorb everything we just did in our Shavasana. Just stay here, relax, take a moment to yourself. Let that tailbone, let that back just really drop into the mat. Just take a few moments. Just let your body assimilate all the work you just did. This will help your joints, your flexibility, healing your tissue from within to without. You're healing your body from within. And then it'll be easier for whatever you do outside in the world to get around and be strong. So it goes hand in hand. Notice how you feel lighter, more free, less tension in the joints. Feel how while you're lying here, the front of the hips really feel open. The low back feels released from getting those hamstrings stretched. Slowly want you to wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, bring your conscious awareness back. We're going to slowly just make our way, feel your body. Maybe do a couple tiny little chin nods. Chin goes up, chin goes down. We're releasing your occiput at the base of the skull. Release, small motion. Chin up, chin down. Maybe do some tiny little nose circles. Second vertebra in the neck. Not if your neck had fusion surgery, avoid this. Now you're going to go the other way. Little baby circles, sides of neck, feel the length. Second vertebra in the neck. All right, return center. And we're just going to stretch our arms over our head. Stretch your entire spine long. And let's roll to our side. And let's just take a second here. Take a deep sigh, maybe one more time. Inhale. Exhale, deep sigh. All right, you made it. Press into your palm all the way up to a seated position. And let's just close this out together. So hopefully you feel stretched out now. You feel like those hips released, your back is stretched, you did your split, your middle split. So I thank you so much for joining me. That was fun. Inhale, bring hands to heart. The light within me honors and acknowledges the light within you. So peace, everyone. Thanks for joining. Hope to see you soon. If you like my content, please hit share, like, or subscribe if you're still watching. I'd appreciate it so much. It can help me grow my channel. So I appreciate you. Thank you. Take care. Peace. Bye. See you soon.